So, dimensional analysis is a method of calculating units from one dimension with units of another dimension. There are only 4 rules for medicine calculations to remember instead of multiple complicated formulas. And these are the 4 rules. So you start with the end in mind, multiply the top and divide the bottom. The top stays at the top, the bottom stays at the bottom, and except for the answer, the top and bottom must cancel out. So we'll start with the first rule, which is start with the end in mind. So we go to fusions. So what it's asking us for is milliliters per hour. So we start with that, milliliters over hour equals bigger. Okay, multiply the top and divide the bottom. Show you that in a second. The top stays at the top, the bottom stays at the bottom. So that, if we've got milliliters at the top here, it's going to stay at the top over here as well. Just fix that. So here we've got 500 milliliters, 100 milliliters, and the top stays at the top, and the bottom stays at the bottom. So we've got hours at the bottom over 2 hours. Okay, do that calculation. 250 milliliters. Easy. Milliliters. Volume is 500 here. Okay, so we've got drop factor for the next one. Rub this out. So what it's asking for is drops per minute. Okay, so we got 500 milliliters. Oh, 12 was. We got a drop factor of 20 drops. Per milliliter. So we do all our conversions on the right here, just to make things easier for us. We've got hours here, and we want minutes at the bottom. So there is 60 minutes and 1 hour. Okay, the top stays at the top, the bottom stays at the bottom. We multiply the top and divide the bottom. So the top all will be multiplied together. In terms of order of operations, we go this way, and then we divide the bottom this way. We go 500 times 20 times 1 divided by 12 divided by 1 divided by 60. Okay, now, except for the answer, the top and the bottom must cancel out. So except for drops here and minutes here, everything else must cancel out. So we've got hours, hours, we've got milliliters, we've got milliliters. So now we can do our calculation. We go 500 times 20 divided by 12 divided by 60 equals 13.88 drops per min. Now I like to divide this by 4 and then just count for 15 seconds. Equals 3.47 drops 15. Okay. We'll start here at the 9. Okay, good. Okay, so I can run out this now. So let's look at our rules. We start with the end in mind, and it is asking us for units per hour. So we go units per hour. We've got 25,000 units. Remember, the top stays at the top, and this is 25,000 units, so it stays at the top. $250 milliliters. The rate is 10 milliliters per hour. So let's go to our rules. Multiply the top and divide the bottom. It's all good. The top stays at the top. The bottom stays at the bottom. So got hours here. Oh, sorry. Fourth rule. Except for the answer, the top and the bottom must cancel out. So we've got milliliters here. That's in the answer. So I can actually just, so I've got milliliters here. That's in the answer. And that's in the answer. So this is all good. So we multiply the top together, we go on this way. And then we divide the bottom, go on this way. So we'll go 25,000 times 10 divided by 250 equals 1,000 units per hour. Okay, this is an interesting one. Let me just get rid of all this. Okay. So they're asking for the rate in milliliters per hour. Start with this. So we want milliliters at the top. 500 milliliters over 600 milligrams. We've got a rate of 0.6 milligrams per kilo per hour, so we'll write that down. Might be wrong here, but we'll just write it down and we can fix it in a sec, and I'll show you how to do that. And here's 68 kilos. One hour, and 1 hour at the bottom. Okay, let's check our rules. Start with the end in mind. Milliliters per hour. Multiply the top, divide the bottom. Top stays at the top, bottom stays at the bottom. Except for the answer, the top and the bottom must cancel out. So, except for this cancels out, this doesn't cancel out. Which makes me wonder if we even need the kilos. Per kilo per hour. On kilo over 1, if this is going to work. Then it cancels out. Oh no, I know what I did. So it's 0.6 milligrams per 1 kilo per 1 hour. And then we'll put the kilos up the top here. 68, was it? 68 kilograms. 1. So now kilograms cancels out. Hours fine. Milligrams cancels out. Milliliters fine because it's here. So except for the answer, the top and the bottom must cancel out. And that is a good example of how you can sort of correct yourself by applying the rules. Divide, divide, divide. Okay, so we'll do the calculation now. We'll go 500 times 0.0, no, times 0.6 times 1 times 68 divided by 600 divided by 1 by 1 by 1 is just fine. So we got 34 milliliters per hour. So we'll put that in. Check the answer, got that right. That's good. Okay, next one. This is another interesting one. So we go to the rules. We start with the end in mind. So they want micrograms per kilo per minute. Which we'll write on here. Microgram per kilogram per minute. Equals. We've got 2 milliliters an hour. It's okay if we're writing this wrong. You can always correct it by applying the rules, but we'll just write it down. So we've got 200 milligrams of dopamine over 50 mils. Of fluid, and they are 65 kilos. Now, I know this is wrong, so we're just going to have to figure it out as we go along. Okay. So the first thing is, this is wrong because when we apply rule 4, except for the answer, when we apply rule 3, the top stays at the top, the bottom stays at the bottom. See, this kilos is on the bottom, I've put it at the top. So I'm just gonna rub that out, put it at the bottom. Yep, they're 65 kilos. Now, we haven't done our conversions yet, but this is also where you'll see how this is all mixed up. So, doing my conversions, and I want micrograms at the top. There's 1000 micro G's 1 milligram. And I want minutes. So there's 6 minutes in 1 hour. Oh, and it is actually right, so that's fine. So these two are my conversions, converting the milligrams here to micrograms, converting this hour to minutes. So now let's apply rule 4, except for the answer. So except for micrograms, kilograms, and minutes, everything must cancel out. So we got grams here, hours here, milliliters here. So now this should work. Go 2 times 200 times 1000 divided by 50 divided by 65 divided by 60, 2.051. Then we do our rounding. We can only go to one decimal place. So that would be 2.1. Oh, got it right. Yeah, that's all good. Oh, no. I did the rounding wrong. Round to 2 decimal places, so it does want 2.05. Great. So I believe we've done this one. Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys how to use the dimensional analysis rather than having to remember a bunch of different complicated formulas. These are the rules. Okay.